up, you guys? Welcome to my channel, Klassykooo, and if you don't know, I am Kayla. So in today's video, I'll be doing like a girl talk, safety tips, especially when you're like by yourself, out and about, if you live alone. Safety tips that I will personally take and advise that you do, so that you're keeping yourself safe. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of run through my list. I have everything written down here, so I apologize in advance if I'm looking down a lot, but y'all know I can tend to trail off, so I'm just trying to keep it simple, short, and straight to the point. If you guys have any additional like questions, please do put it down in the comment section below, and then I can further explain what I mean if there's any confusion in any of the things listed. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. So number one is put an AirTag in your purse or in your car. Number two is always watch your surroundings and be mindful of people following you or staring at you when you're like out in public, or like if you're even in a group of people and you notice someone specifically like following you, or you're in the grocery store and you see someone that keeps coming down the same aisle as you and they're constantly eyeing you. Girl, it's not a coincidence. They're probably following you, so just don't brush things off. Listen to your intuition and follow it every time. Number three, carry pepper spray or a mini knife, or they have those keychains. I'll put it somewhere up here. They have them on Amazon. Little safety defense mechanism tools that you can attach to your key ring for your car or your house or whatever. So I would highly advise getting something like that: a taser, pepper spray, a mini knife that's maybe disguised as a comb or something like that. Number four is make sure you share your location with at least 3 people. I'm gonna say like 2 to 3 people at all times, whether it's your partner, your best friend, a sibling, an aunt, a cousin, a parent. Just make sure that they always have your location. And if they don't have an iPhone, if they have like an Android or something, maybe always like just shoot them a text message: hey, I'm leaving my house, or hey, I just got home. And when you leave the house, send them like a quick message of, hey, I'm going here, here's the address. Or you could even screenshot a picture from Google of where you're going and send it to them so that they're aware. Number 5, don't park next to vans, even if they look like work vans. And this is like especially in parking lots, or even if the parking lot is really full. Girl, I would rather walk a block to where I'm going than park next to a van. Not saying that everybody who drives a van, a work van, a van they live in, or whatever is like a danger to us, but I wouldn't want to risk taking that chance. So just incorporating it into your life as a new habit, I feel like can go a long way. Number 7, I feel like sometimes this can't be avoidable, especially like if you work a night shift or something like that. But I would try to advise avoid going out at night to run errands, or take the trash out or anything like that. Especially like if you live alone, I would just avoid going out by yourself at night times. And I know, like I just said, sometimes that can be hard because you might work a night shift and you got to walk through the parking lot at your job to get to your car or to get home. And so I know some things can't really be avoided, but if you can, I would try to avoid going out at all by yourself late at night. Number 7 I have here is don't keep cash on you. And I know sometimes that might be something that is a little challenging, like if you don't have a bank for whatever reason, that can be challenging. Or if you get paid in cash at your job, I know that can be a little challenging. But again, if it's possible and if you can, I would just try to avoid keeping cash on you. Number 8, and I tell girls this all the time because it's happened to me. If a man approaches you asking for your number and you kind of get like a weird feeling, a weird vibe from him, and he's just super like persistent in needing and wanting to get your number, and it's making you feel uncomfortable, I would say go ahead and download the Text Now app, and I would you can pick any phone number on the app that you want, any area code or anything like that. So I would get one of those phone numbers, and anytime anybody approaches you, it could be a man or a woman, that you're not feeling comfortable with, just give them your text now number. And you can always change your text now number like whenever. And you could also obviously block the person if they're like really weirdos and they're like, oh, you know, you give them the number and then they are like the type to call the phone right then and there while you're standing there to see and make sure that it's your number. It'll still ring because it's a text now number. It'll still come through to your phone, but you can change the number like later that night, whatever, or you can block the person easily. So I would definitely say don't give them your real number, give them a fake text now number. Okay, number 9. First thing that you should do when entering your car is always please lock the doors. I've heard so many horror stories of people, you know, getting in the car, they're fidgeting around in their purse, they're worried about their makeup, so they're looking in the mirror, they're just being distracted by other things, and something happened to them or something almost happened to them. So I would highly advise that you, first thing you do, just make it a healthy habit. Lock your door before you start fidgeting around in your purse, or before you fix your mascara in your mirror, or before, you know, you're getting on your phone to make a phone call. Always lock your doors first, please. Number 10 is, if you live alone, I would highly advise that you get cameras inside your home and outside. If you live in an apartment, sometimes that can be a challenge, but I would just ask your landlord or your rental manager, whoever is in charge, ask them if it would be okay to install like a Ring doorbell on your, you know, in your space or whatever. So yeah, definitely get cameras inside and out if possible. Number 11 would be to take some sort of defense class. Now, I could easily search on Google defense class near me and a whole bunch pop up, but if you don't know, you could do taekwondo, you could do jujitsu, you could do karate, you could do boxing. There's lots of options out there. So I would just advise you take at least 1 to 2 classes, just so if anything, God forbid, were to ever happen, you know what to do. Okay, so number 12 is, if you frequently do something, you have a habit of doing something, let's say it's jogging every morning from 5 to 6 a.m., or you go to the gym every day after work, you know, 6, 7 o'clock, and you do this every single day, I would try to start breaking this habit. You never know who is really watching you and who is paying attention, and it's people that you might think that are not even interested in you, people that you may think don't even pay attention to you. I wouldn't want to take the risk. So start going to the gym an hour earlier than you usually would, or an hour later, or maybe not go as frequently every single day, maybe go every other day, different times every time you go. When you're leaving the gym, you know, maybe take a different route home sometimes. Just things like that, so that you are, you know, this is about safety. So keeping yourself aware of your surroundings, like I mentioned earlier, is super important. And learning that people pick up on habits that you have and pick up on schedules that you have. We don't want people to be noticing any of that. All right, so number 13 is, don't fall for traps like money being left on your windshield, or a baby stroller on the side of the road, or maybe there's a woman next to a car that looks like it's broken down and she's crying in distress. Call for help for those people. Don't pull over and try to assist yourself. And I know a long time ago you could probably be able to do that and everything be cool, but it's 2024 and we just can't be taking those risks for our own safety, especially if we are by ourselves. We don't have any sort of protection with us. So yeah, just as kind-hearted as a lot of us may be, we have to think of the bigger picture sometimes. And trafficking is a really big thing, and kidnappings and all that kind of stuff. So we just need to be very hyper aware of our surroundings and think outside the box. Okay, yes, it may look like there's a baby in a stroller left on the side of the road, but what's the bigger picture? So you need to start thinking like that. So another safety tip that I would incorporate is when you go out somewhere, if you're the type of person to frequently like want to post where you're at and stuff, that's all cool and stuff, but I would advise that you would take the video wherever you're at, wherever you're eating, and save that video and then post it after you have left, at least like an hour or so after you have left that location. Alright, you guys, that was everything for today. As always, I appreciate you so much for spending your time with me and tuning in. Today we went over 14 safety tips that you can incorporate in your day-to-day life to ensure your safety out here in these streets, girl. So if you like this video, please give it a like, comment, share. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay safe.